Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we have our guest, Mr. Vatsal Karnani. Let me just give you a brief background about him. He's a chartered accountant, All India rank 18. He interned with PwC for his articleship, then he worked for around 24 months, and after that, he completed his MBA from IIM Ahmedabad, and during his journey there, he interned with Avendus Bank for investment banking. Now he's working in a fintech startup. Welcome, Vatsal, to our podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreya. How are you?
All well, all well. We have a couple of questions lined up for you.
Hmm.
First of all, I want to ask, given that you did your CA, how important do you think is it to do a articleship from a Big Four? Does it really matter? What is your take?
Well, so one thing that really helped me at PwC was that I got good with data. So I used to like assessing large amounts of data. It was very easy even when I joined Bajaj Auto or Captain Fresh, and even now that really helps because when you join articleship, you're like 17, 18, 19, 17 to 20-year olds. So if at that time you learn how to assess that much of data, it becomes really easy. And going forward, if you see that even if you look at placements, so in my case, it wasn't much affected because of the people who had joined Bajaj Auto, three of us were from Big Four and three of us were not from Big Four. So
Okay,
I don't think it carried that significant an impact on placements as such.
okay. And you had a rank in CA final. Do you have any prep strategies for our viewers how they can also, replicate that?
Where I don't think was CA final that anybody can replicate anything because there is no one strategy that will fit everyone. So, but there were two things that I did differently, I believe. The first one being that I never followed any one particular person. So, for instance, my elder sister is also a CA. So she had her own strategy that okay, she'll give this much time to this subject. But I never actually followed that because for me, for example, SFM, it came naturally to me. But subject like audit, I used to struggle big time. So like I still remember like SFM was the second exam and audit was the third exam. So the day before SFM, I got a 1 hour leave. I thought that okay SFM to ho jayega mera, and I started reading audit thoda sa because I was that scared of audit. So it is basically that you have to know yourself where do you stand. So that was one thing. And never follow anyone. If you believe that something is wrong, you can tackle it. Then you have to have confidence in yourself. So that was one thing. The second thing was that even when revising anything or like looking at something, there is no point in looking at something again which you already know. So I used to have a mistakes section for almost each and every subject. So if I'm reading, per se, suppose financial reporting, and if in a particular index I'm making a mistake in one adjustment, I used to write it down at the back of the notebook or book, so that the next time when I read it, I first look through the mistakes and then I start solving the questions. So if I do that, then then means like you are actually focusing on the mistakes. क्योंकि जो अभी सही की हो, you will be like doing it right in the exam as well. You need to have that trust on yourself. So I believe I did these two things differently.
Okay, that's very helpful. I also actually followed that mistake sheet logic. Uh, you had a rank in CA, and I want to know, after a rank in CA, you went ahead and you pursued an MBA. So,
Hmm.
would you recommend that to the current chartered accountants? And what would your recommendation be for people who are just normal chartered accountants? They don't have a rank. So, would you recommend an MBA for them?
See, MBA is a lot of fun. That is one thing that I will say. So, as a chartered accountant, this particular part was always missing because I believe that even in articleship, while we used to have fun, but it was never the type of fun that I had in MBA, like staying in a hostel, staying with friends, and you're lying just around in a hostel. The like engineering friends would say that okay, this is something that we have done for 4 years, but believe me, I actually valued that a lot. So that was something I made some very good friends out there. So that was a big advantage. With regards to job or career per se, it puts you on a different track. For example, it unlocks a lot of opportunities which are not open generally to chartered accountants. So if you're someone who is actually looking out that okay, you have to do a job for a long period of time, then it is good that okay, it is unlocking. For example, the role I am currently at in Navi, I don't think I would have been able to get that had I been a normal chartered accountant because there's an entry barrier. But apart from that, I would say that MBA also comes with a financial cost. So sometimes looking at the loan, it does not also seem right. So that is one thing.
Okay, so you are basically saying that there is a financial constraint,
Yeah.
but it does open a lot of locked doors.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you got into IIM Ahmedabad, and
Hmm.
obviously the college experience would have been great. But
Hmm.
what was your, CAT preparation strategy? How did you deal with that? Did you take a break from your job?
No, so I did not take a break from my job. I felt that CAT is something that, mm, uh, like with CA, the thing is that if you spend more hours reading a particular subject, the higher is the chance of you getting more marks. But like it is directly correlated, the time spent and as well as the marks that you are getting. But I feel in CAT it is slightly different. It may be that like you have to study. It is not that you don't have to study, but it is not that the more number of hours you put or the more same type of sums that you solve, you will be able to better perform. So that is something that I felt. So I never left my job, and leaving my job also was not an option for me. So matlab, I did not want to leave it. I was like, okay, ho jayega saath saath. There are a lot of people who do it together, so I will also do it together. And regards to preparation strategy, also there was one thing that I did again here. So in CAT, there are not a lot of formulas जैसे trigonometry हो गया या फिर anything else. Like in all the three subjects like VRC, LRDI as well as quants. So there are no big formulas as such to remember. So whenever I opened the book, I thought that okay, this is only the information that is there. It would be either add, less, multiply, divide, nothing more than that. So you have to think and do something with those numbers only. So the more time you spend on those numbers, I believe that कर लोगे ना खुद से मतलब there is no need of looking at the solution because once you look at the solution then you'll be able to solve all the sums of that particular category. But if you think hard on that particular problem, maybe it takes you 20 to 30 minutes on just one single question. But if you have cracked it once, you'll always remember it. You'll never have to look back at it again. So
Okay.
that was something that I did.
Okay, and then I think you interned with Avendus, right, in
Yeah.
front end investment
Hmm.
banking.
Hmm.
So, what was your typical day there? Did you like IB, and what's your take on that?
So in IB at Avendus, I worked for like 2 months only. It was my internship. So I was assigned a project there. So while the project was interesting, I felt that actual on the floor work would have been more interesting. But I did not get the opportunity to look more of it. Like I was only assigned the side part of every deal. Maybe had I looked at a deal from end to end, I would have been able to comment better.
Okay. And say a chartered accountant enters a B school, what
Hmm.
kind of roles do they typically get? I mean, how much is it possible for a chartered accountant to deviate from finance roles and get into other roles like consulting or prod man? Is that a possibility, or are they restricted to finance only?
No, no, not at all to finance. That is not at all necessary. I won't say prod man, but consulting, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So finance is there, consulting is there, general management is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Prodman, I don't think anyone from my batch who is a chartered accountant went to Prodman. I may be wrong, but I'm not really. I don't think so. Anyone went there.
And strategy roles are also open for chartered accountants if they want to transition there.
Strategy roles as in.
The roles which are associated with the CXO's office.
Yeah, those are also open.
Those are
No
also
restrictions.
open.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Vatsal, I think you have also cleared the first two levels of CFA. So, how important do you think CFA is, or how much of an edge did it give you in your B school placements? Because I think once we enter the B school, everyone is from
Hmm.
IIM Ahmedabad. So, IIM
Hmm.
Ahmedabad stops being an edge. So, do you
Hmm.
think CFA gives you some extra edge?
Yeah, so CFA, like in my internship, during my summer internship interviews, so when I was interviewing at the major banks, I did feel that having two levels of CFA added onto my CV as compared to any other person who had a degree, because having a CFA just shows that, okay, you are more inclinated towards finance.
Correct.
So that is something that really helps to boost your CV.
Okay. I think that is all that we had today, Vatsal. If we have any further questions from our audience, you can please drop them in the comments below and we will again connect with him. Hopefully, he'll have the time for us.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Thank you, Vatsal. Best of luck.
Thank you.